Morning, guys. Good evening. Welcome to the Build Your Online Business After Dark Show weekend edition, guys. And yes, y'all are looking at me. It's me. It's Jamie. I'm the publisher that y'all normally see weekday during the day, right? Y'all don't hardly ever see me at night. So if you see me at night, it's some big stuff going on, right, y'all? So if you're seeing me right now, hold up. Let me check my technology. Technology. Let me check it. Let me make sure my technology is up and running like it should. All right. Is that good? All right. Good. So, guys, listen. If you've been following the Build Your Online Business Morning Show, After Dark Show, weekend edition for the past 2 weeks, I guess, maybe it's only been a week. We've been interviewing applicants for the $1 million Free Women Project grant funding that we are now like dead smack in the middle of, giving away grants to those eligible applicants. And what makes you eligible? You got to apply. But those eligible applicants, women-owned businesses, and even for those who are men-owned too, but businesses who need a certification, right? You want to put that stamp on your name. You want to get certified for doing something that you absolutely love. And we want to help you either build, grow, expand, sustain your business by helping you get certified and getting the tools you need to run an online, let me put this a different way, profitable online business before, during, well, now it's during and after a pandemic, right? After COVID. So what is your business going to look like in a couple of weeks? Well, we can help you with that. And that's what these grants is about. It's Free Women Project. So if you haven't yet put your name in the basket, in the hat for this $1 million that we're giving out, what you waiting on, y'all? Go ahead, find out more information. You can go to bit.ly/Free Women 2020. And so what you see before you now, we have some ladies who stepped out of their fear, their norm, I need to go get this money. This money is out there, y'all. It is out there. Listen to me. I don't care who it's coming from, whether it's coming from the government, whether it's coming from a nonprofit, whether it's coming from, a huge, large corporate, Fortune 500 corporate. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. There's money out there that is specific to small business owners. But guess what? You have to be in position to receive it. So get in position. There's money out there. Go get it. Put your name in the hat and get your money. That's what I say. So, guys, welcome to the Build Your Online Business Show. I'm going to let my co-hosts that usually run the night show, I'm going to let them say hi to y'all while I go and I'm going to do what I'm going to ask you to do, and I'm going to share the broadcast to my followers. Thank you to Reverend Dr. Danielle Winningham for opening up her platform for us and opening up this opportunity for so many women to, go to their next level in their business. But I'm going to go share it. So you guys share the broadcast. I'm going to let my co-host, my beautiful co-host, I'm going to let y'all go ahead and say hi to the people, give them a word of encouragement, give them a scripture. I mean, it's the night before the, Sunday for most people. And some of us on Sabbath, we worship on today, but that's a whole nother story, right? So go ahead and let the Lord use you while I share.
All right. So, hi, everybody. My name is Aisha. So, I work with business owners who are making money in their business but don't know where their money is going. So, I come in where I show you how to take control of your finances so you can finally show a profit in your business and know where your money is going. So, I am excited about these two ladies who are here to interview about the business grants that Coach Danielle is offering. If you haven't put in your application, I will say put in your application, as Jamie stated, because for Coach to really do this says a lot, because she about her money. But yeah, I know she about her money. But anywho, so for her to do this, it's a great opportunity, to have her to coach you. And I would say that due to experience and being one of her mentees and her one of her clients, I'm gonna say one thing and then I'm gonna let Miss Vicky go ahead. I had a one-on-one with her and she opened up my eyes to something. And so when she opened up my eyes to the thing in which I just had no clue of, right then and there, I knew that coaching is something that people really need. And we believe that we can do it by ourselves and we can do it on our own, but we really can't. And sometimes we allow money to stop us. So if you take the time to apply for the grant, I would say do it because don't allow money to stop you. That's my 2 cents.
Pardon me. Hey, good evening, everyone. I am Vicki Kirk May. I am the Educator's Passion Accelerator. I'm the founder and CEO of Passion Without Walls and the evolution of an educator. I am the earthly influence that shows up to support teachers. I help teachers to elevate their mindset, to escape that paycheck to paycheck existence, and to eliminate burnout from their life. I do believe that teachers are the unsung heroes and that they want to live their best life ever. And I'm here to support them as they go along their journey to becoming the best version of who they really be. And I'm excited to be here and just to be a part of this platform. I can go on and on about Coach Danielle and just how she shows up each and every day, giving and giving, over giving, as a matter of fact. And so you all are in for a treat on this evening. I will say to those who are listening, first of all, share, because if you think that it's not for you, it may be for someone else, and it's not fun to grow alone. That's number one. Number two, that this is the day that you get off the pot. This is the day that you do what you know you're supposed to do. And so that could be something as simple as just applying for this grant. God is up to something amazing. And it could be just you doing this one simple thing, and that's applying for this loan. It may take 5 minutes for you to do that. And I'm pretty sure that you have 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure. That's it.
I was thinking as you were talking, Vicki, about the principle of seed and harvest. And this is really for those who are believers in the Most High, right? You've heard of this. You've heard of the parable in the Bible. It talks about seed and harvest. And one thing about harvesting, like you can plant the seed, but in order for you to reap the blessings, you got to harvest. And harvest comes with work. That means you got to go out in the field and pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
That means you got to go out and gather it. That's what you can consider this grant being. You can consider it being a harvest that you went and collected. But until you put in that application, until you say, hey, put me in the bunch, I want to be considered, then you won't reap anything.
That's it.
So,
That's it.
So anyhow, me and Vicki, Vicki always, I call her fire starter, y'all. But she like to start fires. And so before we get off on ours, we want to get started.
Right.
But listen, even if you don't want, like Vicki said, if you don't think that you're ready to do the work to build your business in a way that you're not wasting time or any more money, because I've been there. For the first couple of years in my business, first 4 years actually in my business, I spent everything out of my pocket and I was spending it all on the things that wasn't bringing in revenue. Right. So I was constantly on this hamster wheel doing a lot of work because I was busy and not making any money. So I was also frustrated and getting ready to quit. And so thank God for this community where one, I hired a business coach that understood how to coach me. You know, I'm not the easiest one. Okay. You can't just say do something, I'm just gonna do it. And not, I'm gonna dissect that thing. I'm a researcher. I'm gonna dissect it. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna look around it. I'm gonna smell it. I'm gonna do all kinds of stuff before I actually do something. And sometimes that works for my benefit and sometimes it doesn't. But I have a coach that knows how to coach me. And I've seen the results in my own business. And so I'm grateful for the community. I'm grateful for these ladies saying, hey, I'm gonna come on live. I'm gonna sit with these ladies I don't even know. And I'm gonna put my name out there because you believe in you believe in your business. So I commend you for that. It takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of like stank. I'm from the country too. So y'all may hear me say, Vicky got some country sayings too. But
right.
She from Texas, she got some country sayings too. So you're gonna hear a bunch of country stuff going on tonight.
Right.
So
we can't help it
now. We're gonna mess up a whole bunch of English words and we're gonna twist it, but you're gonna know what we're talking about, right? So question number one, let's get into it, ladies. Miss Daithia, we're gonna start with you.
Yes,
if selected for this grant, how will you use it? How will you use your business to help the world be a better place?
That's a great question. And I was just kind of tearing up a little bit when I was hearing both of you guys. I'm a crybaby, but I'm kind of where you were describing because I've been working at this so hard for about 4 years, actually. I've written the books. I have the platform. I have the podcast. I've done all of the things that I can do by myself. But I think that if I had the help, then I could really reach that global market that I have been working hard to do. But I think because, like you said, I've been doing everything out of my own pocket and I'm a single mom.
Oh, yeah.
Working, trying to do the business, but also trying to take care of the kids. And then you're paying for everything. I think marketing has been the one thing that has really slacked. So I'm in the midst of launching a Roku channel. And like I'm telling everybody, like I want this thing to be global, but in order for it to be global, I have to have the marketing piece. And so I've been really focusing my money on creating everything and creating the content and creating the channel and the books and stuff like that. But now I have to tell people about it.
Yeah.
So I think that if I'm selected, that would be the thing that I would really now be able to focus on because I've worked so hard to kind of build and create everything. But I'm at a place where, it's hard for us who are very independent to ask for help. But I've realized that I've gone just about as far as I can go by myself. So I think that it would allow me to do that extra thing that I haven't been able to do on my own, which is to really focus on marketing and promoting the things that I have created and really get in front of that global audience. So
tell me a little bit about what you've created.
So the name of my business is She's About Business.
Okay.
And, along with that, I have a book series. So it's 5 books ranging in topics from entrepreneurship, relationships, faith. I'm a minister also. I have a podcast. I won an award for my podcast last year.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And like I said, everything is under the She's About Business brand. It's trademarked. I did all the things that I could do by myself, but really it's about being about the business of living your very best life. So whether that's in, regard to your faith, your business, your relationships. So I touch on all of those things, as a life coach, and I'm also a mental health counselor. So it's like I have the platform. I have a really good following on Facebook, but there's some pieces that I don't know how to do that I need help with.
Yeah.
And, I just have not been able to do that because I'm busy doing the things that I can do or that I have enough money for.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And like I said, I have a pretty good following, but something's missing. Something's missing. And so I'm just looking for some help to get there. I made a promise to myself that this would be the year. God said this would be the year. So I'm kind of stepping out here and putting it out there, and saying, you know what, it's okay to ask for help, even though I, already have a platform and things like that. So
I mean, Jesus, who was the Son of God, the Most High, he had disciples. He's like, look, I can't heal all these folks. Let me anoint you to go heal the sick.
There we go.
Jesus had support, and we as business owners, if we've never ran a successful business before, how can we think that we can jump from that to being successful in a business? There's a process to it, and you best believe you're gonna fail sometimes. So if you can get used to the taste of failure and understand that failure is part of my success, because I can't succeed without failure.
Well, I'm pretty used to the taste of it.
Right.
So Ms. Rhonda, how would you use your business to help the world be a better place? Same question for you, ma'am.
I can't even speak behind her because she just.
No. I'm sorry, I'm a little long-winded.
Oh Lord,
I'm a newbie, so
that's okay.
I'll start like this. I didn't find my passion until after I went through some suffering. So I didn't know I'm the millennial baby, so I can speak for me and some of my friends. We're just going like in a circle. What do we want to do? So now I know what I want to do and what I need to do. So I need guidance, and I need somebody to help me to get to that place. So like I said, I haven't written any books. I don't have a business of my own, but I know what I need to do as far as my future. And because what I went through, I know somebody goes through it every day. So I need that community to push.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're at the very infancy stage of your business, which is great too, because one of the things we do with the brand is that we teach you, especially in one of the grant programs. I'm not sure which one you applied for, but there's one program that teaches you literally how to build a business from scratch. There's also another certification that teaches you how to take what you already have and expound or expand or, grow it, so you're definitely in the right place. And I applaud you for that too, because a lot of people are not applying because they say, well, I don't even have a business idea. Well, we help you find your passion here in this community, and so that's we're literally eliminating every excuse you can come up with, especially women. We always trying to help everybody else. And we talk ourselves out of our own blessing. We'll talk ourselves out of why we shouldn't apply, why we shouldn't do something for us, why we shouldn't focus on our dreams, but help everyone build their dreams. And that's just, let's find a different mindset after this pandemic. Like, if we're gonna change something, this whole world new change thing, let's change how we feel about ourselves. Let's do that. So anyway, I'm not. Oh, John, right? Thank you, Ms. Ron. Okay, Ms. Ron, I'm gonna let you go first on this one now.
Okay.
If selected, let me ask you this one, because that one is really fun. If selected, do you have the time necessary to commit to the proper building of your business?
Yes. I wanted to start it off as a nonprofit, and then I was on I guess you should say a webinar, and Coach was talking. And somebody said something about, they were talking about domestic violence.
Yes.
And she talked about for free. And when I say she went left, I was like,
yeah.
Well, how can I do what I want to do if I don't do it for free? And like once she went into it, I'm like, okay, that's what I want to do. So I'll make time to watch Netflix. I'll make time to watch Hulu. I make time to do my hair. So anything that we want to do, we find time. So this is something that I need to do, and I'll make the time. I did grad school. It was because I wanted to do it, and I have 2 degrees that I don't even use. And I'm like, why did I go to school?
Yeah.
Because that's what they taught us in high school, to go
That's
to
what you're
school,
supposed to do.
get a degree. Now I'm bogged down in student loans and I
Right.
don't even use the degree. And it's like, I want to target the millennials and the Gen Zs to say, okay, if school is for you, then start a business and pay for your own school instead of getting loans and then you get this job and you can't even pay them back.
Right.
So
Mhm.
yes, I'll make time.
That's a word right there.
Yeah.
That's a big word right there. Miss Daithia, what do you say? Do you have the time to commit?
Yes, I do, because over the last, I would say, 2 months, God has really kicked my butt, and He has really made me. Um, I was just, I do recordings every day. I was just writing about, how some of the things that I thought were important ended up on the cutting room floor. And so what I've been praying for is, okay, Lord, I learned to say no to some of the things that I was saying yes to. And I asked him to weed out the things that he didn't want me to do because I was doing busy work, right? I am a doer. So I'm not like comfortable unless I'm doing, but he's made me slow down. And so, for the first time, I've had free time because I've started saying no to things. So just the fact that I'm doing this, and I really didn't even understand exactly what I was doing when I was, doing everything. I just knew about Coach because I saw her on the Binge Network actually a couple of years ago, and I had a channel on the Binge Network, so I knew she was awesome because I used to watch her stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it. So just the fact that I'm here and I know what I've prayed about, then I know that if this follows through, then that's one of the things that he wants me to do. So he's already been preparing by kind of weeding out other things. So if you would have asked me 2 months ago, my answer would have been no. But now it's yes. So
Oh wow, that's something. Now, other Aisha and Vicky, please tune in if you want to say anything to the ladies. Y'all know I run my mouth a lot. Feel free to jump in anytime that you want to. But that's good. Thank you, ladies, for that. For being honest. And one of the things about this, the certification is, and the other thing too about this community is that we're extremely interactive. So even in class, it's not come with your notebooks and your pads and you sit and you listen to a lecture and you take notes and that's it. There's going to be questions. There's going to be a question and answer period. There's going to be homework. Y'all see what I did? That's what my coach, that's how she called it. Homework. It's a lot of homework that you will be given. So in saying that it's very interactive. It's not something that you come and listen and just kind of hear the information. But one way to absorb it, especially for me, is I need to put my hands on it. So if selected, how will you balance your current commitments? And you kind of answered this already, so that you can attend the required courses. And part of that is, okay, that's a part two to that question. So I'll ask the first question first. How will you balance your commitment, your current commitments, so that you can attend course?
Who do you want to go first?
I lost all my interviews.
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I lost Maricia.
She dropped off a while ago, but Rhonda just jumped off.
So Daithia, you could answer that, and then hopefully Rhonda will be able to jump back on.
I would say, it kind of goes back to what I was saying before. God has been preparing me, I think, and kind of creating a lifestyle where, number one, like everybody has like been in a frenzy because of homeschooling. I decided to homeschool in September, right? So I was already ahead of that. I decided to work from home starting last year. So it's like he's been kind of preparing me so that, my kids are already kind of used to the lifestyle of mommy recording and mommy going to school, and they know when to be quiet. So it's really not that big of a difference. And because I've weeded out so many things, so now instead of me taking naps which is what I've been doing for the last 2 months, I can do homework.
There you go. So you already got space in your calendar for homework.
I used to not take naps. Now I do, but I can let them go for a little while.
I know. So, Miss Rhonda, welcome back. Are you okay?
That wasn't nothing but the devil.
Okay.
All day. Okay, I'm back.
We had one more panelist that dropped off, but we're still going long and strong, guys. So, okay, Miss Rhonda, I'm gonna let you answer that same questions. How will you balance your current commitments so that you can attend the required courses?
I have to. What I've started doing is, which I've never done before. I've started a weekly planner. So everything I need to do, I write it in here, and I pretty much write it like the night before to keep me going. This is my accountability tablet. So I've been sticking to it for about a week. Everything I write down, I get to it. If I don't, I sure enough pick it up the next day. And like I said, I've been to school, so I've juggled working full time and going to school. And it was a struggle, but it was something that I wanted at the end, which was to accomplish something. So, and I'm tired of 14 years a slave where I'm here.
I hear that.
I'm ready to do this.
I hear that. Like you have to do something different to get something different, right? You can't keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. When you do something different, that's when something different can happen. But all right. So anyhow, so part two to that question, because I said that we're a very interactive community. We do. You'll see us launching a lot like this initiative that we're doing now with the free women. And by the way, I want to take a moment to pause for the cause, pay the bills, and ask you to share this broadcast to anyone who, and just share it with your community, guys, because you never know who has been praying for that help in their business. And we want to offer help through this Free Women Project $1 Million Grant Fund. So go ahead and share the broadcast. If you haven't registered yet to put your name in the hat, go to bit.ly/freewomen2020, put your name in a hat, get invited for an interview, and you can be up here interviewing with these ladies. You can be the next round of interviews that we do as well. Okay, so getting back to second part of that being the we do a lot in the community, and there's a lot of opportunities for you to get your hands on a brand that is a 7-figure brand. So you get to put your hands inside the brand and do different things. And this is going to facilitate your learning because, again, it's like on-the-job training, right? So if selected, how available are you to work on additional volunteer assignments that will facilitate your learning?
I'm open. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't say who.
Go ahead, Rhonda. I love it. And we can each, me, Vicky, Aisha, we can all share on our experience on volunteering on the things in the brand. But when you think about doing additional things outside of class, but it's going to help you build your business, how available are you for that?
I'm available. I already told well, I'm not gonna say told, but I talked to my husband and was like, this is what I need to do. We
put them on notice.
Yeah, we're not supposed to tell people what to do, but I let him know like I got to be committed to this. It's just not going to benefit me. It's going to benefit him, my mom, our future kids that we plan to have. And this is like the perfect time because we don't have little ones running around the house right now. So I'm ready.
Okay.
I think that's really key. That you already had that conversation, because I think oftentimes we set ourselves up for failure or for problems or distractions along the way because we have not had those conversations ahead of time. You know, one of the things that I knew I had to do, I had to gather my team together. I didn't even know I had a team until, and then, you know, I'm like, okay, yeah, I do have a team. And so I had to gather my support staff and let my support staff know that, hey, I'm serious about this business right now. I knew working with Coach that it was going to be different than working with any other coach I've ever worked with. And I knew that I could not go into this relationship doing the same things that I knew she was going to pull more out of me, that was going to require more of me so that my dreams could become a reality. So I had to have those conversations and let my support staff, my team know that those things that I normally would be available to do, I can't do that. And so they already know. I mean, and it's like every day, guys, you all don't realize how available she is to you all. Every single, I'm not gonna cry, but you don't see it often.
Yeah.
You don't see it often where you have a coach that pours into you every single day. Now it's up to me to absorb it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I tell you she never fails to pour it, and I mean every day, am I exaggerating? No, I am not.
No, every single.
Every day. Every day. Her hands are on you every single day. She wants it, I think, sometimes better than I want it.
And she does. She really does have that call. Because she really does, in her heart of hearts, she wants to help women know that you can do what you absolutely love and get paid for it, and it's okay. That's
okay.
Her passion is to teach you how to make money. And I don't care what idea you come up with, boo, she can teach you how to make money from it. I love her. When you get in class, ask her to tell you the story about selling rocks. That's one of her funniest stories, but she will lay out a whole business plan on how you can make money off of rocks. Like,
now, you know, that's some anointing right there. That's some anointing.
Right. So, Miss Aithia, same question to you. And as you can tell, like, we love to laugh. This is family, you know. Because, and it, you know, you'll hear it a lot that this community, we don't do, especially, it's, you know, a lot of Black women. A lot of Black women own businesses in this community, and there's no chatter, there's no fighting, there's no, because we're too busy making money, for one. And so, but when you learn that you have something that is special, and she pulls that out of you, and part of that comes through volunteering, some of that comes through getting your hand on what it's like to run, like how do you really build a live event? What goes on in the background? You know, what does marketing look like? When you talked about Daithia needing marketing, honey, she's a beast with marketing. Yeah. And she moves so quickly that I call her flash lightning, because she moves at the speed of light. I don't know how she does it. But when you want to learn about true marketing and finding that message that's going to have people say yes to your highest offer. That's why, Miss Rhonda, when you said about the nonprofit, that's the one thing that, boy, she will eat you up talking about nonprofit, and you ain't making profit yet. But you making profit before you come to her with a nonprofit idea, because she'll call your baby ugly. Okay.
I heard it go little. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, she don't play them games. Make a profit first, and then we talk about nonprofit. So, Miss Aithia, what do you think? You know, how available are you for these volunteer assignments?
I hate to keep, you know, like talking about like how God has been preparing me for this, but I have to be honest, right? Yeah. I really didn't know, like I said before, exactly what I was getting into, but just today, I was like, you know, Lord, I think I need to get involved with something. So I was looking at this organization called the Association of Black Counselors. and I saw all of the volunteer opportunities they had. And I was like, I think I need to do that just so I can kind of see how they work. And, not knowing that this was even going to be something that, I would be having an opportunity to do, because it really is an opportunity to volunteer. Yeah. But he was already preparing me for that. So it's something that I definitely have been thinking about, just didn't know in what avenue to volunteer. But I definitely don't mind serving, and I definitely don't mind getting out there and learning, because that's the way I learn. I learn by doing. I'm not really a read and learn type of person. So I think that would be awesome, actually.
Great. And so the next question comes with, and this is more touching on having you and having the interviewees really sit back and really evaluate why they want this grant. What, if anything, do you foresee will stop you from completing this course?
You want to know my first response or my second?
Because your mouth was already shaped to say it. So you might as well say it. You might as well tell the truth, shame the devil.
Yeah, we want to hear both. Your first.
Well, in my first one, when I was looking at the questions, my first response was like death. That would be like
right.
Don't make me quote The Color Purple. No.
Right.
Seriously, at this point in my life, nothing is in my way. Like I can't pronounce your name. I'm not gonna butcher it. Like Miss D said, God has been preparing her, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been being disobedient in some areas, and he's told me to like speak to other women, doing Bible study. So last week I did that, and I was like, hey y'all, next Tuesday we're gonna be on it. Like I'm getting in position, and Ruth is gonna be my first person because that is my girl. She was in position, and once she was in position, God moved her to the next level. Like I want to be Ruth.
Yeah.
So I'm doing everything I need to do now to prepare myself for the next level. So like I keep saying, I'm tired of this life, but I'm ready for the new life that's coming.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Miss Daithia.
Man.
Am I saying it right? Daithia?
Yes, that's right. But I don't even know.
I wrote it down. I'm gonna say it right. I'm gonna say it right.
I don't even know if like how this thing works, like if we're competing, but I'm so rooting for her. Like
I
just want her to win.
And let's talk about competition before you answer that question. Let's talk about competition, right? There's none here.
Okay. Because I want her to win. I love her.
I want you to win.
I've been hitting and missing the shows, and like the ladies been on point.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, she gonna get it. Is it enough? It's enough for us, Miss D. We gonna get it. If we don't get this one, Coach gonna have something else, and we gonna get that.
Exactly. Exactly. I said that to God, to the Most High. I was like, listen, if I don't get this funding coming through, then you got something else for me. Either way, I'm covered. I got it. I'm good. So I don't worry about how it's going to come. Right. I just know it's coming.
And one of y'all questions was, are you committed to paying? My pastor always says,
I ain't asking yet. So you can answer that question, ma'am. Don't be trying to get in my seat. They in your interviewee seat. I ain't even asked the question yet.
I'm gonna hold that answer. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna sit here on it.
Don't forget it. Look, I know you're a millennial, so you got a good memory.
It's a question asked. You letting the people know that y'all got the questions. Y'all cannot give the answers out to the people. So guys, like if you want to join this fun, this ball of fun that we keep having on all these interviews, guys, go to bit.ly Free Women 2020. Get your name in a hat for this $1 million that we're giving out in grants. And by the way, first responders and essential workers, that includes FedEx drivers, UPS, Amazon, Instacart, who've been holding me down. Thank you, Instacart, for holding me down during this COVID-19 craziness. Thank you. But y'all get 100% forgiven grants, right? Y'all get the whole grant. So you gotta apply for it though. For those,
you know what, Jamie, can I say something right quick?
Go ahead. And then Miss
we're laughing and we're we're laughing and this is very enjoyable right now. But those of you who are watching, this is what freedom feels like.
Yeah.
This is, if you truly are ready to experience freedom, then you can say without any hesitation, without any motive in your heart, I'm rooting for her.
Yeah.
I want her to get it. That's what freedom feels like. When you are no longer bound by, if she gets it, that means that I can't get it.
Yes.
Or because she's at the top, that there's no room for me at the top. I know that you have seen all of these, and it's been some awesome candidates. These applicants are rocking it.
Yeah.
But guess what? You still have an opportunity. So don't let the women that have come before you, the men that have come before you, cause you to shrink and say, oh, well, I'm not going to get it because they're so great. Baby, you great too.
So is.
You great too. So don't count yourself out because God has counted somebody else in. Don't do that to yourself. I promise you, it's room enough for all of us at the top, those who are hungry. And so my question is, how hungry are you? Because if you hungry, you've gotten off this live and you've already gone to bit.ly/Free Women 2020.
Right. They ain't even listen.
You've already done it.
You hungry? You ain't even listening to us right now.
You're not even listening.
You done smack that link and over there and trying to get that name in there, okay? And if you don't have the last name, you'll go find the last name just so you can put it in the application, because I'm not letting nothing or no one stop me from getting to that promised land. My promised land is freedom. My promised land is not worrying about, if my daughter and my grandchildren that are not here yet, hallelujah, and I am not calling them forward right now. Stay where you at. Stay where you at until the time comes. I'm not calling you forward. I know I got the power, right? I don't play with my power. So I watch my words. The universe got to shape itself according to what I say. So I'm just saying, grandkids, I'm preparing for you. I'm preparing for you. But stay where you at right now.
Right.
Okay, I'm coming. Just stay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Miss Aisha. Oh my God. Miss Aisha, well, I forgot which question we are. Are we on the bottom question? Roger threw me all off, putting up questions we didn't even talk about. I think we talked about volunteering, right? We talked about putting your hands on the brand. How available are you?
And
to doing that, Lord,
I think the question was how what could
yes, if selected, how available are you to work on additional volunteer assignments that will facilitate your learning?
Okay, I think we already answered that one.
You answered that.
Yeah.
What if anything do you foresee will stop? This is live, y'all. We can't even cut this out. We can't edit it.
We still flowing.
We can't beep if somebody curse. Like, this is live. So who comes on live and it's 11 o'clock my time?
Me too.
Bless your heart.
Serious stuff. We really trying to get you this money. Okay? We really trying to get you this money.
Right.
So because we are here at Old Dark 30.
I thought I was the one who said
sleep by now.
Oh gosh.
Me and Jesus, the son, we be sleeping right about this time. So we trying to give y'all this money. What, if anything, do you foresee will stop you from completing this course?
Well, I love, first of all, what Miss Vicki was saying about peace, because I am in my 9 to 5 considered to be an essential worker, and I'm a mental health counselor. So, during this time, I have so many days where it's like, oh my God, I'm risking my life. Like I have to do this, and I'm like, I don't want to depend on anybody else anymore. So with that in mind, I wanted to share something that I wrote because I'm recording. I'm going to try to record after we get off since I'm already made up and everything. But I wrote down that from now on, everything that I do must get the green light from the big guy, which is what I call God. So that's the only thing that could stop me. If he was to say, this is not what I want you to do. But anything else, I'm gonna push forward. And especially if I feel, which I feel so far, that peace, that this is something that I'm supposed to take part in some way. So, like she said, nothing but death, or the Lord telling me no.
Yeah. Yep. And I wanna encourage you. Like we all say this, and I know I'm like this too, because the foundation of my business, my publishing business, is my faith in the Most High.
Yeah.
So He gives the green, and I move, right.
Right.
But let's be careful that sometimes every move He tell us to make ain't gonna feel good.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
It ain't gonna smell good. It ain't gonna taste good. It ain't gonna feel good to my body. I'm probably gonna fight. He's probably gonna have to tell me a couple of times, until I believe like it's Him. And I'm like, no, you sure? But it's really knowing that if you're stepping into something which is your next level in your business, and let's remove business and say calling, right? Let's remove business and say purpose. Because we're here to help someone else. We're here to serve someone else with the knowledge and information and gifts that we have. So if we're being governed by that, we're being led by that, then not everything is going to feel like what I want it to feel like. It's not going to feel good all the time. So it's in those moments that it don't feel good, which is going to my last question.
Can I say something?
Come on, Aisha. You've been quiet the whole show. Come on, girl.
Oh, you know I don't say too much.
I know you be laughing in the background.
But I want to give a word of wisdom and possibly a word of encouragement to that question that you just asked the two ladies. Is that don't allow anything, and it's very simple. Don't allow anything or anyone to get in the way of you prospering in your business and in your life. And I say that because let me say it like this, and this is my first time that I have ever spoken out about this. So I'm gonna be very transparent, is that being a mentee, with Coach, I started probably like years ago, maybe 2 years ago. And I was having issues in my marriage. And so it became too much for me to do my business and actually build my business and also build my, marriage back to the way that it should have been. And so what I did was I let my business go and I started focusing all my energy on my marriage. Long story short, now I'm separated. You know what I'm saying? And so not saying that, because I know this is going to help somebody, is that push through the hard, push through the good, push through the bad, and push through the ugly. It is what it is, and what happened. But at the same time, when I look back, if I just would have pushed through it, I would have been further in my business than where I'm at right now. Now, due to the grace of God, allowing His grace to be upon me, to have Coach as my coach, and to get me back to that place of building my business and launching in a few months, I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for the favor that my Father, my Heavenly Father, has given me.
Yeah.
And so just don't allow anything or anyone to hinder you or to stop you from your dreams, from your visions. Push through it all.
Amen.
Thank
That's
you.
real good, Aisha. That's real good.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things too, I think that, and I really want to say this to those who are thinking about applying for the grant. This grant is not a handout. It's a hand up. And you've heard Coach say that. As a matter of fact, it's even one of our questions. It's not a handout, it's a hand up, which means that it's not just you coming to receive this cash in your pocket and then you can go and buy flat screen TVs that you don't need, or you can go and buy new cars, or, you know, rebuild your house, or, you know, take this money and do something that's not going to have an ROI on it.
Mhm.
That's that business language I'm talking, return on investment. And this business, this certifications, is a return on investment. It is an investment. It's an investment of your time. It's an investment of your money. It's an investment of your mindset. It's an investment of your willingness to let go of the things, the dead things that are not working, that are not moving, and you keep trying to resuscitate something that's dead. Right? If you're here, if you're listening to me, then this is your call. This is you're at that crossroad. It's time to make a decision. What you have been doing isn't working to the point where it's propelling you to sit and do nothing all day. That you can actually take a real vacation and not have to worry. It's that freedom of not have to worry about money ever again. And you know, the best part of that is knowing is because it's coming out of your own hand. It's not something that I have to go and make up or pretend to be. I'm created to be a writer. I'm created to be a publisher. I'm created to be a healer. So I don't have to pretend to be something else. So I had to make a decision, ladies, and that's what you're doing now. You're making a decision, a conscious decision, that I know that there's something in this program that's going to open that light for me. It's going to break the mold. It's going to show me what's been missing in my business. And I don't care what I have to do. I'm committed. I'm ready. Let's go. I would be like in y'all inboxes every day. Like, is class starting yet? Has anybody got the link? Is the door open yet? Y'all can't keep me from it, because it's going to free not just me, but my legacy. And so the last question in saying all of that is, how open are you to receiving upfront and honest feedback in a group setting? Because Coach will tell you the truth. If your baby ugly, your baby ugly. She gonna say. And I'm not saying your real baby, y'all. I'm talking about business. Keep it. We talking about business. Don't be in the inbox talking to Coach about stuff. So, you know, how open are you to receiving honest and upfront feedback? I'll let I almost call you Ruthie because I have an auntie named Ruthie, and you look just like her. So Rhonda, I'm sorry. I'll give you the first question. You look just like my Aunt Ruthie. So I'm just like fighting the whole time. Like, Aunt Ruthie. Miss Rhonda.
I am a great aunt, but not Aunt Ruthie. I don't like to be pacified. So
You don't like to be what?
Pacified.
Pacified. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Just give it to me. Just
tell me the truth.
Hit me with it. Yeah.
Right.
My if you could live with my mama.
Oh Lord.
And see her and Coach almost on the same. The only thing is, Mama will read you real quick, and you like, did she just read me? You know, my husband not used to that. It is what it is, and I'm done with it. I am. So, and I've seen Coach in rare form, if you want to say that. So I'm already building up to it. So when she tell me my baby ugly, I might pout, but you know, give me the truth.
Right.
That way, when it's time for me to give somebody the truth, they'll be receptive of it. So I'm good with constructive criticism.
Miss Daithia, you the same?
Yeah, I mean, I've watched her before, so I know that, you know, she's definitely funny, but she can be tough. And I am a little, like, I'm the coach that loves people and loves on them and stuff. And whenever I do the tough love thing, people's like, oh my God, she said that. So I know both ends of it. But I mean, honestly, you know, like she was just saying, I mean, you know, well, for me, like, I've won the awards and I've been told, oh, you're great. And that stuff ain't made me no money. So
Wow.
like, I don't need anybody else to tell me that.
Right.
I need to tell me what I'm not doing that I need to do so that my children will be straight. Like, so at this point, it's, you know, and God has been dealing with me, you know, putting the pride aside. And I'm always thankfully have been very humble, but yeah, it's just time to do something different. So I'm not even, you know, I just got to do it. I got to do what I got to do. I put my heart on the shelf when I'm in the group setting, but.
You know, one of the things I love about Coach, she shows up in class, and when I tell you she lays out her heart, she really does. She doesn't leave until every student in the classroom has had their question answered. Because her thing is, if you are not making money, I'm not doing my job. That's how she feels. So trust and believe that you're not going to be in a class by yourself. We are such an interactive, very close-knit community that we help you. I mean, I think I was saying this the other day. I think there's just about every industry we have that in this community. We have someone that represents every part of the industry out here. So you need someone with technology. We have that, you know, someone that talks about fear, life coaches, spiritual coaches, business coaches. Like, we have business coaches over business coaches. And you would think there would be competition, but it's not. It's not, because once you learn what you bring to the table, there is no other you. There is no other publisher that can do what I do, because I was created to do how I do it. Now they can try. And that's not my business to be concerned about those who try. My business is making sure I'm doing what I'm called to do. And so that means investing. The last question. That means investing in the knowledge that I don't have that's going to help me in my business. So, last and final question, we're gonna let me go to bed. You're gonna let me go so I can go to bed. My final question, y'all. If selected, how will this grant help you be able to better invest in other areas of your business? I'll let you take the first one, Daithia. Let's go with you first.
I think, you know, I kind of
she's already prepared, so I'm like,
I mean, I think I already touched on it a little bit. I mean, I definitely need to learn more and be able to invest more in marketing. You know, I've done, like I said, all of the things that I knew how to do, or the things that I could afford to do by myself. So to me, I'm just kind of, you know, and what God is showing me, it's like the missing piece. I've worked with coaches before, and, you know, it's hard to coach a coach, right? But not because of, you know, the fact that, you know, there's a problem with that, but God would tell me this is not the right person for you. You know, I had, you know, one coach recently that sent me some sort of money thing, and I had to take the crystals, and, you know, and she's a nice person, but I'm a Christian, right? So if you knew that about me, right, then you know that I can't utilize that. So of course, as soon as I opened it, yeah, like, it was like she's like, oh, you need to just do that so that you can bring money into your life. And, you know, to me it's witchcraft, right? But, you know, I'm not gonna get into that, but very nice person, but obviously you haven't been listening. That's not gonna work for me. Wow. So I need somebody, you know, that's gonna listen to me and coach, like you said, coach me based on me, right? So I think that this will just give me an opportunity to just really hone in and invest in making sure everything about She's About Business is what it's supposed to be. And I think that Coach can really help me with that. And then maybe then God will release me and really allow me to get the marketing done. Like maybe it's something that I'm missing why he hasn't, done that. So I'm really open to seeing, what could come out of that. So I know I was all over the place with that question, but I hope I answered it.
But you all over the place. I'm all over the place because I followed you just well. Like I was.
Okay. And listen, it's 11:21 for us, right? So I'm getting a little sleepy.
You know what we're supposed to be doing? I'm trying to catch up with Jesus. I know he's sleeping. Come on, Rhonda. Miss Rhonda.
Girl, I can't wait to hear your answer.
Miss Rhonda. I know we're gonna be laughing a lot.
Well, the key word in that question is invest. So the first investment that I did make for myself was applying, because I can talk myself out of doing something real quick.
Yes.
And I was like, you know what? If it's meant for me, let me go. So that was the first investment. The second investment was to receive an email saying you're one of the panelists. And I'm like, okay. So it's like with if I'm gonna say when. I'm gonna call it when I get the grant. That's another investment. So once I get to where I need to be in my business, then I can invest in somebody else with the things that I learned. So I love talking, especially like one-on-one to friends, because you learn a lot about people when you're talking to them. And sometimes I say things and it don't even register to me what I've said until I get that text message that said, I'm gonna start doing this. You said this, and that pushed me to do something else. So I'm giving out free information when I could be getting paid for it.
They're gonna pay. If they're gonna pay Cleo, they're gonna pay Jamie. Okay.
Say it.
That's all I'm saying. And I know this is probably off the topic, but it was, every time I think of Miss Jennifer, it wasn't a coincidence that I met her the way I did. It was, again, positions. So when I met her, it was, I filled out the little application online, and she texted me, and we kind of like hit and miss, and then we talked. And I was like, okay, maybe this is something, because I've met people, I tried one thing, I jumped into it, it wasn't me. So I'm like, okay, I done wasted $2,000-$3,000 in this business, and I never turned a profit for it. Then I went to meetings, and the meetings was like, oh, you basically, when I heard I wasn't supposed to be at church, but at this meeting, that turned me off totally. I'm not gonna miss God's word to go to a meeting, because I might need something in his word to go to the next meeting. So, everything is just circling back to invest in yourself. If you don't take a chance, then who will?
That's right. And I think now we're at that point when, again, we have to make a decision. Am I going to invest in me this time? And investing in me is really going to help those who are connected to me, whether they're connected to my purpose or they're my family members, my legacy. It's really knowing that it's okay. And part of investing is really your time. So are you going to go to that link? Are you going to smack it? Are you going to say, hey, if it's not too late, these ladies are telling me to apply, I'm going to go ahead and apply. Go to bit.ly/freewomen2020. Yes, Miss Daitha, you had to
say this because it just keeps coming to me that I need to say this. And when we talk about investing, I just want to add that for me, because of the fact that, and this may help somebody out there who's like thinking, oh my God, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to apply. Because of the fact that I have been on the radio, right? And I, have had the podcast and I'm doing this TV show, the enemy was like in my head, like, you can't do that. You can't say you need help. You can't, you've already built your platform. Like that's taking a step down. So like when you talk about investing and doing something different, You know, don't be out there thinking that because you've already done stuff, now you can't do this, because I think that's just the enemy trying to keep you from something that's good. And I just want to say, for me, that was a step that I had to take and humble myself. And I'm getting teary-eyed because, you know, like I said, if I ask the people in my circle who, you know, I've been on the cover of magazines, and, you know, that's what they would say. Like I said, I don't care about that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's not getting me to where I need to be. So I need to do something different. So don't be out there thinking that you can't apply because people are going to know you need help. Like that's and I believe it's the enemy. And I just felt compelled to say that because I know it's somebody out there thinking that because I thought it, right? But it's not of God. So I just wanted to put that out there.
I mean, not even that, to add to that, the ones of us who haven't started a business, you know, we get discouraged quick because we hear about, oh, this woman is doing this or this man is doing that, and then it's like, I can't do that, you know. But
yeah,
if you find something that you love to do, go for it. You know, my pastor just said last Sunday, he's preaching about obedience, and he just kept hitting it, faith over fear. And mine was backwards, fear over faith. And once you start learning and you start studying,
yeah,
and you start praying, and you just leave it there and let him work it, that fear diminishes. You know, I'm not one to get on live and start talking in front of people. That's not my thing. But you do it well.
I don't like it though. And my sisters will tell you.
But you couldn't tell that you don't.
But I also realize that there's people that's attached to me. And so I'm willing to risk being comfortable to help someone else. And I'm not talking about help like, you know, give them some chicken or give them something to eat. I'm talking about soul help. I'm like, it's going to have to save your life to get me to get up out of my comfort zone. And I don't know you either. Yeah, it's a life-saving thing, but it's a choice that I made between me and my God, the Most High. That okay, I'm gonna do this, Lord.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do it.
Give me the word.
But look, I realized too that just all of my blessings, my inheritance, and all that comes from me being obedient. The word says obedience is better than sacrifice. But if you really break out what a sacrifice is, if you really break out what obedience means, and we talk about saying yes to God, right? There's a whole lot that comes with that yes. Because there's going to be a whole lot of no's that I'm going to have to say because I said yes to God. So when you say yes to your business and saying yes, saying like, listen, you don't even have to know what you want. That's why I commend you, Rhonda, for doing this. You don't have to know what business that you want to be in right now. You do know that you're unhappy. You do know you don't want to go back to them jobs when they open back up.
I've been working. I never stopped working.
You know, and some of y'all doing these delivery services, you know you don't like doing that. So why not look at the possibility of doing something? You know how y'all look at these MLMs, you look at these other opportunities to help someone else build their business.
Been here and done that.
For you. Do the same thing for you. Say yes to you. Say yes to your calling. Say yes to your purpose. Because this world is in so much need of healing. And that comes from us walking in what we were called to do. It's just all you have to do is just be who you were created to be. It's that simple. It's removing the stains of life and going back to the core of who you are. And so, ladies, I want to congratulate you for going through round 2 of the application process. You will be hearing back from the team. I don't even know when. I can't even tell you when. I'm not even going to, because I'm not going to get in trouble with nobody. Okay? I'm going to do my job, and that's interview you, and then give over my A or B or C or D or E or F. None of y'all, but y'all pass. I'll tell y'all this, but don't tell them I told y'all.
Thank you.
Don't tell them Jamie said you passed, all right? So thank you, ladies, for being here. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for showing up. I know it's late for some of us. And so I want to thank you guys for showing up. Ladies, my beautiful co-hosts who have been holding it down with me. Thank y'all. Y'all know I talk a lot. Thank you for holding it down. Do you ladies want to say any last words before we let them go? Thank you guys for showing up. I know it's after dark. You guys always show up at after dark. So thank you for sharing and doing all the great things. Ladies, my beautiful co-host, do you want to say anything?
I know for me, I would just like to say, if and I can't tell how many people are on right now, but if you're on right now, that's an indicator. That's an indicator right now that if you're on and you're watching this, it's not by happenstance. It's not by coincidence. That this is divine. This is your divine appointment. And just go on and do it. Just go on and do it. Go on and go to the link. Go on and apply. It's possible, and you're possible, and you matter, and what you do matters. And don't ever forget that somebody is waiting on you to make this move. So if you can't do it for you, then do it for that person that if you don't do it, they'll die. That's just how serious your purpose is.
That's the truth.
Somebody else's life is hanging on whether or not you complete God's assignment.
Hanging in the balance. Woo, that's good. That's good. Ms. Aisha, do you want to?
I would say, if you are looking for a community, and not excluding men, because men can apply as well, but if you're looking for a community full of women and full of, it is what it is, brown skinned women, not just other colors, that I can honestly say, due to experience, is that this is a good community to be a part of. Like Jamie stated, there is no animosity. There is no hostility. There is no I'm trying to get it before. There's no none. You get what I'm saying? And that's hard to find. You get what I'm saying? I'm for real. Especially among the colored people. I'm just being real talk. That's hard to find. And I can honestly say, the people who know me, because I speak truth, I'm not going to lie. This is a good community to be a part of. And so if you ladies or the other ones that are going to be interviewed, if you have the opportunity, to get the grant and be a part of this community, I can honestly say that you will not be disappointed, because we really are there for one another and we really have each other back. So that's what I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I concur. Like, it's like none other. And so I'm really excited that you ladies have joined. Well, I can't say you joined, don't listen to my words. I'm delirious because it's
sleepy.
Right. I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be. So guys, thank you for joining us. I want to open up the floor and allow you to, say if you wanted to say anything last, or is there anything that you want us to consider as we take your responses back to the application team, the review team? Is there anything any message you want us to relay to them, and also to the people who's listening to you right now? Now is your opportunity.
I would just say, go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be quick. I just want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I do have some because I went live on my Facebook, so there are some people
Okay.
that are watching, and I sent it to some of my friends. Who's ever watching, y'all, please,
Apply.
please, just apply. I mean, it's there. Get it. Now I mean, you can't hurt yourself by trying. You only hurt yourself by not trying. So if I took that leap, then somebody else needs to come on and leap on with me and Miss
Come
D.
on, let's
And
make
the rest of them.
together.
We
Right.
leaping together.
Let's make this money together.
Yes. Yes.
Go ahead, Miss Daisy.
Well, I would say first, thank you for this tonight. It's been a real blessing. Lately, one of the things that I've been just journaling about and things is just feeling lonely. Feeling lonely because not everybody gets it. Not everybody understands my walk.
Mhm.
People always say, because I have my insurance license, they're like, why don't you just go do that? Like, people just don't get it. So I've been really feeling lonely lately. And so just to have an opportunity to be a part of a community that I can already tell, like I feel so much better than I felt before I came on, just by hanging out with you guys and laughing and stuff like that. So I know that this is God. So at this point, I'm just very honored and I'm just thankful.
Ooh, don't make me cry. Look,
I know, right?
Virtual hug.
It don't take much.
Virtual hug.
It's just been
Social
a long,
distancing. Social 6 feet away. You get a.
this has been a long journey for me, and I'm getting tired. I told God today, like, I'm getting tired. Like, I don't know how much longer I can just keep, doing what I'm doing, doing the content and building the stuff. I need help.
Well,
I don't have anyone in my circle to do that. So I'm just very honored. And I just know that you guys are awesome. I'm proud of my sis that I met, Rhonda. Like, she did great. She's, saying she's new at this. Like, I just feel so full right now. And I feel very honored to be a part of it. So I'm just trusting God and I'm excited about whatever he's going to do.
Well, let me tell you,
yeah,
I was there. I was that frustrated 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I said the exact same thing to God. I don't know
how to give up. You really want to give up. Like, I can't, if this is what it's going to be like I just may as well go get a job or, because you really get tired. Yeah.
But notice what I said. I said the same thing 2 years ago.
Right.
I said the same.
I heard it
2 years ago. And that was 2 years ago is when I met Coach Winningham. I met her here in Atlanta. I live here in Atlanta. She's in Texas. But I met her here 2 years ago. And when I met her, before I met her, I said the same thing. I'm tired. I just got an abusive relationship. I'm broke down. I had one client. That's the client that's sitting right here with me right now. When I came to Atlanta, I had one client. And I moved to a whole new state, didn't know anybody, but I had to leave where I was because where I was Egypt. And if anybody know Egypt,
when you're there, you do what they do.
I had to leave Egypt in order to get to where I am today. So I get where you are. This is the first step.
Yeah.
This is the first step. So I commend you. Again, I commend you ladies for saying yes. I commend you ladies for not giving up on you. And when it gets hard, trust and believe that in this community, you got somebody to call. It's like, girl, that from the country is going to hear some stuff. For those who don't understand that talk, it's girl. But girl, I'm about to, catch a case or something. So it's definitely, thank you, Vicki, for putting that in the chat. It is possible. There is nothing too hard for God. Everything works out for our good. All of those scriptures, like he gave us the word that, because he knew it's going to be times that we get a little weary. So hold on. Help is here. All you have to do is say, yes, I'm committed to it. And he's already lined up the clients for you. He's already lined up your tech team for you. He's already lined up your virtual assistant. He's already lined up your support team. He's already lined up your marketing chief executive. You know, he's already lined up for you. He's already lined it up. All he's waiting on you to say, yep, yes, yes, I'm gonna do it. So, guys, that's it. That's all we have for you for the Build Your Online. What we at? Build Your Online After Dark show. I'm so used to saying morning show, guys, because that's where I'm supposed to be. But hey, guess what? The Build Your Online Business morning show will be back in the morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll have a whole new panelist list of interviews. We're continuing to interview applicants for the $1 million Free Women Project grant business funding for small business owners. Woo! So if you want to put your hand in your hat, your name in the hat, and hand in the hat, and hat in the hat, you just get the hat. You got to go to bit.ly/freewomen2020 and sign up and register to become an applicant for and get your grant money so that you can build your business, a profitable online business. Until then, guys, see you guys in the morning. Well, the Build Your Online Business morning show will be back at 8:30, guys. See you then. Thank you for showing up for us and have an amazing evening. That's all I got. Bye, y'all.
You too.
Hey,
see you in class.
Bye.
okay? Stay safe. Wash your hands.